California Highway Patrol. We do also have a squad car. You can see that he's trailing them from the rear. But we have 6 units from law enforcement now chasing these guys as we pass by the new Intuit Dome. You see it there on the right-hand side, which means we're coming up to Hollywood Park, and eventually we're going to be coming up to the home of the Rams, SoFi Stadium. Now, this is always an incredibly busy area. It is in the flight restriction for LAX because as you come into land at LAX, you fly low level right over this area. So we're shooting this now from a distance, and they're headed northbound on Prairie Avenue. They just passed 99th Street and still not yielding, though, to law enforcement. You would think that seeing all of these units behind you, making it very obvious that it is time for you to pull over, but you would think that that would bring them to a stop, but it's not. So instead, continuing northbound on Prairie Avenue, all of the motorcycles that were in this pursuit when they joined them on Imperial Highway, they're still all in the mix, including the ATVs. No one has pulled off, so they are still all evading the CHP now close behind. They could try to get in front, Kathy, but my concern is just thinking about what the two original guys did, knowing that they tried to pit a motor officer. I think that perhaps law enforcement thinks that that might be a little bit too dangerous to put their officers out in the front like that. So for now, it seems like they're just more comfortable continuing to chase them from behind. Now, one thing that we haven't even brought up is what if one of these guys is armed in some way? We don't know that at this point. We only really knew a little bit about the two original drivers or riders because we were following them for quite some time. But then they called up their friends, and then they all came to join in. So unclear where these guys came from, if they have any sort of weapon on them, of course. But continuing northbound Prairie Avenue, we're right next to the Inglewood Park Cemetery. They're at the intersection right now. They're actually being blocked by other traffic. These are just regular drivers like you and me. They got stuck in the intersection. And can you imagine this going by? As you said, they would probably think it's a parade because no one would think this is a pursuit. No one. It's unfathomable. You really haven't seen anything like this before. Usually, motor units wouldn't get involved in a pursuit at all because the danger level to them is higher than if they're in a squad car where they're protected by the vehicle. So to see a motor officer in a pursuit is extremely rare. To see six, I've never seen it. To see this many people trying to evade the police at one time, never seen that either, but it's happening today here and now in the Inglewood area where they're making that eastbound turn now onto Florence. So they're going to head, this is going to put them towards the 110 freeway if they continue in this general direction. I'll widen out the shot. Again, we're shooting this from a distance because they now are in that LAX airspace. If they do get east enough, then we'll be able to get them from the east. So in fact, I'm going to ask my pilot, Jim, if we could reverse course and start going eastbound on the 105. To try to catch up to them closer to the 110 freeway. If you could go east, Jim. Yeah, they're somewhere in that area. We were blocked by the building, so we didn't see them continue. But I do hear them eastbound on Florence. So we're still trying to make our way to the east and hopefully get them on They just made a northbound turn. So yeah, they're in this general area. We're trying to get a little bit closer because of the TFR, but yeah, they're still just north of the Inglewood Park Cemetery. Tusk, we're trying to work our way around LAX to catch them on the other side. How long do we have, Jim? Like another 20? Yeah.